moved to Castle.
Moved to Castle.
We've gone to space.
We've gone to space.
We've eaten some dessert on an island.
Okay. I'll call it what you want on that one.
And then somebody got completely drunk on a rock
With
out
foxes.
in the middle of nowhere.
And lost
with
his pizza.
Foxes and hippies. And somehow the foxes talked you out of a pizza. So we are now in episode number... this.
5.
What's next?
Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between,
That's
welcome
Pete.
back to another episode of Not Robots.
We're still not sure whether he is a really complex AI or an actual human being, but we're going with that he's Pete.
That's your broken record over there, Harry. I mean, by now you might know him. If not, welcome. If you're new, it's cool. No, you gotta give him a presidential wave.
I thought it was the princess wave.
I thought it was the wrist twitch.
I thought it was the princess wave.
Are you a princess today?
In some quantum other reality, probably. Yes.
Well, that's a weird reality for you, I suppose. I mean, imagine if that reality hopped over onto right now and said, "Oh, your clothes are wrong. Where's your tiara?"
It depends on what kind of princess I was.
What kind of princess would you be? That's totally not the subject of the day.
I would hopefully be the princess of some conquering space race that came to this planet and said, you people look edible. I mean, we think that you would make a great resource, and we would like to help you solve all of your health issues. Yes, yes.
There will be no more suicide because we're going to eat all of you. I mean, we're going to solve a suicide.
We're going to create an environment where you lack for nothing. You know, we will teach you how to replicate foods. You will have no more need for currency or strife or land wars or territory or fossil fuels. Your lives will be magnificent. In fact, you made this great movie. I think it was called Wall-E. And we would like you to become like the denizens of the ship.
Wow.
Yes, nice and plump and so.
All right, today we're going to be asking the age-old question.
Why are all the questions age-old? Who wrote these questions originally? Why is that not a question?
We did?
And what is the question, Joe?
Oh boy. Yes, we definitely have a hard time staying on subject because we haven't even got the subject yet.
No, we'll be fine.
Oh, no, yeah, it'll be fine.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
Yes.
All right, today we're going to answer the age-old question is,
Well, I thought we were asking now.
what's wrong with being a donut?
Define donut. Because you could be talking about the circular pattern left upon a concrete slab by someone with an overly powerful engine, turning the steering wheel really tightly and creating a circle.
Oh,
you could be
burnout donut.
talking about the donut one creates in a parking lot in the middle of winter in the Northeast. You could
The involuntary parking lot donut.
Well, no. Most of the time that is quite voluntary.
I
I mean, yes, there
one
are the
creates
involuntary
more
ones.
smoke
That
than
is true. But which we need to define which donut you are targeting.
Well, I think
because there's great fun in being the burnout donut because
Well-
except for when you have to replace a set of tires really quickly because you went a little overzealous with that. But
it's like your voice is coming out of my head. That's so weird. Like, if you were that donut that's on the concrete from the car, you'd be like burnt out and replaced so quickly. Because if you're the tires, I suppose. But what's left on the road is the donut, or is it the actual? It's not any of those. It's not a tangible object at that point. That's the action.
so are we talking about the physical donut or the activity the donut?
Well, the activity donut is something that it would be very hard to be. So what would be wrong with being the activity of a donut?
Exactly. What is wrong with being that activity? That's actually a legitimate
I mean,
question.
it sounds fun, so why not? Cool, but you're going to be long lasted. Not so much.
I've seen many a donut left, the residue,
Residue.
donut residue.
Of the action.
Yes.
Yes.
Months after the action occurred.
Would you want to be the leftover residue from action? All right, moving on to the physical items.
I think we will pass on that and move forward with the
Hard
conversation.
pass.
Yes.
All right, the physical donut is. I mean, there's a
Now,
couple
which
different
donut
types.
are you? Yes. Now we
We're
need
talking
to
about,
delve
like,
into the
What if it's like Dunkin' or Krispy Kreme? Or
basketball.
Not dunking, as in taking a round orangey thing and putting it through a sort of
But
basket
you
that
had-
has stringlies.
Coffee and a donut. Would you not be dunking it?
Yeah, I guess you could. If you get coffee from Dunkin', they prevent the Dunkin'.
How do they prevent the dunking?
There's a lid on the cup.
You can remove the lid. There is no law. There isn't that little sticker that's on your mattress that says, "Oh, if you do remove this sticker, the mattress police will come kick your door in and cart you away to that island." You know that one that's 7 miles long and made up with the foxes?
Yeah,
Because that's where you end up if
That-
you rip the.
that was the home of the mattress police.
Yes, you did
You
not.
found the island.
Don't say it so loud. They will come for me.
You've removed your stickers or tagged or
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
yeah, I didn't never take any label off of my mattress either. Mattress police doing a great job. You're as good as TSA.
Wow.
So what would be wrong with being a donut, like from any of those
Well,
shops specifically?
If you're like a
Well, we gotta be-
glazed donut without the center, which apparently they turned into this thing called a munchkin. If you were that donut, think of the
Donut
empty.
holes are known as munchkins?
Yeah. A Dunkin' at least. I don't know about other places.
Well-
A Dunkin' is called it's a munchkin. You did not know that?
No. Where is this sold where they're called munchkins?
That you go to Dunkin' and they sell them and they were called munchkins. Unless they've changed the name over time. When I was a youth, back in when we had black and white TV and the cars that you had to crank up, they were called munchkins, and you could buy munchkins in this pack. I think you could like 50 munchkins if you wanted to doing like an office party thing, and like a gallon of diesel coffee because nobody likes the low grade. You need to get high test every time you get the Dunkin' and the coffee. And
The donut holes
the munchkins, yes. What about them?
at Dunkin' Donuts are called munchkins.
To the best of my knowledge, sir. Yes, sir.
Huh. Okay, so they're not donuts.
No, those are the soles of the donuts with the hole. Because if it has a hole, it's obviously missing something. So they've extracted the sole of those donuts.
Well, hold on now. How do we know it's missing something? Because does the first donut not have a hole in it? Or did the first donut have a hole? And is that hole what defined it from being a pastry into a donut?
The first donut had a perforation in which they pumped the filling.
The first donut was perforated and filled with some sort of filling. Yes, this Google it moment. Oh, that reminds me. Today I'm on the book face, right? And I'm looking at our little thing to see if anybody gives it down. And I notice that you can't share a link from DuckDuckGo on the book face.
What is DuckDuckGo?
Well, DuckDuckGo is a search engine like Google. There's a lot more search engines out there than just Google.
You blaspheme!
No, Google is not everything. They may see all, hear all, and end all, possibly ending me or and me by
I
the
know
time
what
this goes up.
know what
So
lane
if we got
they're
a
doing to you.
episode 6, then we know that the Google didn't get Googling.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. The way you said episode 6, I kind of we needed some theme music. And, yeah,
Yes. All right. So yeah. So if Google doesn't kill me by episode 6, then we know that we're all
So
right.
if you
That it's
don't
okay.
make it to
There is other
episode
search
6,
engines.
that means that the Google. So, okay, trying to stay on topic. However, if Google assassinates you, would they be using like those guys from Hitman with like the barcode on the back of their head, with like the shaved head and the black suit, and like with the short swords up their back?
Why don't they use rifles?
Because that's not as much fun.
Well, see, a pistol is a backup weapon. And it is the weapon that you use to get to your rifle. If you know that you're going into a place where they're shooting and you have to use it, you're not going in, oh, I'm going to do my pistol first. That's all I got, guys. We're good. No, you're using it to get to your rifle.
Who was that you were just emulating?
I don't know. Somebody who's lower on the scale than Gomer Pyle. I got one bullet.
That was Barney Fife.
Barney Fife.
That's
Yeah.
a completely different discussion, because that is not from your era.
No.
Clearly
It's
not
the
from
black
your
and
era.
white time, back when they were hand
Yes, thank
cranking
you.
cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they delivered ice with horses out of the back of what looked like a hearse.
Yes, good times.
Yes.
So, what's wrong with being the donut, the actual donut, the one that had the whole soul
The
removed
burnout?
from it, or whatever it is? Not the action of the doing the donut.
Ah.
Not the being in the car and skirt, roundy.
Okay. Go
Not
ahead.
skeet
Yes.
roundy.
Yeah.
Oh, skirt roundy. Or if you're in, I guess, Australia, it would be a skid. Skid roundy.
Okay. Yes.
So being the physical, like pastry, not necessarily the jelly-filled one, but the hole in the middle that now munchkins have come out of. I guess so. Maybe women could be donuts more than men, because then you have your kids and you call them munchkins. Wow, that makes sense. But not a piece of them
Wow,
comes
I
out.
can't even go down that road that you just created. So I'm just gonna stop here and try to stay on course, because this is a PG program.
Well, see, no, it's not. See, the way I think about
programming language.
Yeah, sure.
See?
The way I think about people and being donuts is that a
There are
donut.
a lot of people who are squishy in the middle.
Yes, there are a lot of people that are round, and a lot of human
Are
beings.
they
Most of
filled
us
with-
are round. Well, some humans are just filled with shit. We know this. But donuts kind of round, and if we look at the cross section of most of the human body and most of our organs and stuff, they're mostly round. Right? Hold on.
Can you tell me when you're cross-sectioning humans and where you do this?
Oh, yeah, just
I
look
mean,
at.
just in case somebody asks me with a badge.
Look, I didn't watch Dexter for nothing, okay? I spent all the time overseas. I shot a man, blew up a man, bombed a man. They can't help me because I never really did get that knife kill. Hold on now. What I'm thinking though is human beings, we're all donuts. You want me to elaborate? I can tell it on the look in your face right through the lens and how much you're blinking. I don't know if you guys can see how much he's blinking, but it's like blink, 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 blink. I think it's Morse code, guys. Like, as it's more H is blink, 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 blink. And E, L, P, M, E, I, M, I, N, S, A, N, E, A, N, D,
You
I,
must elaborate. I'm not
L, I,
following.
K, E, D, O, N, U, T, S.
M-O-U. Okay. I am.
You're insane and you like donuts. I knew it.
I'm trying to the correlation between the donut and the human being.
Oh,
I'm trying to fathom that.
Okay.
I'm processing.
bear with me.
Okay.
Bear with me.
Okay.
There's a hole in the middle. When you lay a donut down and it's laying up at you and all its its wonderful, delicious tastiness of glory. You see
You
this,
seem to have a really intimate relationship with the donut, I see.
not that kind of relationship.
I'm sorry,
Hold
your
on.
descriptors are a
But
little disturbing, but okay.
The donut has a hole from the top through to the bottom when you lay it down.
Well, it depends on if you're laying it sideways, then it's from the front to the back.
If it's laying sideways, yeah, same.
So it's all about
the same
perspective
deal.
now.
When the human being is upright, there is a hole from the top to the bottom. Just if you put arms, legs, a head, like 5 little thingies hanging off of a donut, and stretched it out,
I think you'd
It's
have
a human being.
gingerbread man. I think that would be.
not my gumdrop buttons. No, not quite.
I think.
You're a
I think
monster.
I think you're thinking gingerbread man. I'm not sure here, but no.
What gingerbread man has a hole from top to bottom?
There are little air bubbles in the dough, so there's.
Yeah,
holes
but through
from
the
top to bottom.
legs and through the not my gumdrop buttons, and then through the kneecap, and you're a monster. I don't remember what else they said on there, but right through his forehead and then his eyes and everything. There's all these little holes from him being, he's gingerbread.
So
Yeah,
he's quite tasty and frosted.
but we're
With a
not
brownie.
gingerbread. Gingerbread's not round. I mean, it could be, but it's not.
Well, yeah, you can make a round gingerbread.
But it's not.
You can make, instead of a gingerbread man, you can make a gingerbread flying saucer.
You could make a gingerbread house.
Precisely. So gingerbread is a flexible material which is possibly used for other things. I mean, we could probably build gingerbread condominiums, gingerbread malls, gingerbread shipping ports.
Gingerbread car. If a
Mm.
gingerbread car got into a car accident with another gingerbread car, it'd be delicious.
I'm just thinking.
The donut wheels.
Oh Lord, why has it got to be donut wheels?
Why not? They're round and they're delicious, like
Yeah, but they're
gingerbread.
they're underinflated.
Yeah, but see, some donuts have filling. If you fill it in there enough with whatever type of filling it is, I'm
I
gonna
think-
prefer kind of like the
I think
apple,
you've won
like the
that.
grape.
I think you won that one.
Yeah.
Yes, you've
Would
got
you?
a very valid point. So when you're
You know
when
what? We
your
should fill our
donuts-
tires with like
y-
pie filling or
yeah,
something.
no,
See what happens.
so if your tires are low, so how do you refill your donut tires? I mean, do you get like a donut tire pump?
Well, with as delicious as donuts are,
Jam air.
yeah, I am
would
worried
you be
about the
making your own
traffic
jam
jams.
at home. I mean, would you? Where would we get the substance? I mean, is this like solar power? You'd be collecting jam to refill your vehicle's tires.
Well, since we're already donuts,
Why are we haven't answered
we just
that
established
question.
this whole top from bottom, little mandibles hanging off. Donut. We're donuts.
You just described some alien creature. It's got mandibles now.
I don't know, thingies hanging off the end.
It's
I
like
just chose a word.
So it's an ant now. You turned it into some sort of yeah. So that's going on here. Either that or I don't know. What did you just create? A ant flavored donuts.
Oh, see, we've talked about eating bugs too many times on here. Have you ever had chocolate covered ants?
You know, I keep hearing it's a delicacy. I've never tried.
Well, they say a lot of things are a delicacy. I think that's just code word for don't do it because it's gross.
That's not true.
Name a delicacy.
Escargot.
Yeah, really explain what escargot is for those who don't know.
It's garlic and butter.
Snails, yes. Thank you. Garlic, buttered snails.
And they are yummy AF. Let me tell you right now.
Yeah, imagine being the first guy to eat one of those. That looks tasty. Right out of the shell or the snail circular piece.
The snail circular piece?
Yeah,
Would that
chewy.
be like
Oh,
the
this
snail
is chewy.
flyer? No, you're thinking oysters, my friend.
Yeah, snails are chewy too.
No, I have never had chewy escargot.
Okay, well, in my brain, they look chewy.
What, in your brain?
I haven't eaten a
You're
snail.
chewing in your brain. Okay, I think we've crossed the lines of reality now. Can we go back to that quantum drive and traveling through space since we're chewing in our brains now?
No, that spaceship was not filled with snails.
Should have been. Perhaps we wouldn't have had the plague and have to keep flying it into the sun.
Hey, whatever. We covered this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Uh,
I digress.
we ruined so many lives.
We?
Yeah.
I saved the Earth by flying us into the sun.
You made an alien race far out in the distance believe that all these flies are somehow super and built a spaceship.
What's your point? At least they didn't attack the Earth.
Humans didn't exist in your future.
Yes, we did. We were saved by the flies.
Yes,
They
the fly
distracted
guy.
the alien. They distracted the aliens. Otherwise, they'd have come to Earth and said,
Donut.
it seems like we're coming full circle already.
So, if aliens were to come flying across over top of the Earth and they look down us,
Wait. Why would aliens fly?
okay, beam, whatever. Well, I'm just using the theoretical spaceship
Why would they
that
be?
some space alien came up with and goes, hey, we're looking for intelligent life. And they look over top of Earth. Because keep in mind, human beings to monkeys are like, there's like a 5% difference between the intelligence of a monkey, like the smartest monkey, to like, you know, the average human being. It's like 5%. It's not that big. In the grand scheme of things, monkeys are pretty smart. As far as like, you know, creatures go.
Are we
something
comparing
like that.
them to like what, snails? No?
Or, no, we're going to say that if the space aliens are 5% or more over top of our intelligence and they're running around looking for intelligent life, they swing by Earth, go, nope, none to be found, and move on. Just a bunch of donuts.
I think I would actually have to disagree.
What if the world made out of donuts crashed into another world?
Didn't they make that a movie, Space Jam?
No. Space Jam was not a world made out of donuts.
Because if two donut worlds collided, you'd have this big glob of jam floating around, so it'd be Space Jam.
But the planet that it crashed into was really hungry. And it's starting eating
So
the
hold
world
on.
made out of donuts.
Hold on.
Made all the
Slow.
donut people pissed.
Pull back here. Pump your brakes.
We're donuts.
So, the planet is eating the other planet now, because now we've got a planet-eating planet?
Like Pac-Man.
So, wait, is there like a coffee nebula that it's dipping the donut planet in?
Well, see, everybody thinks that dark matter is just kind of the stuff that's out there.
So you're just saying that that's
It's
just
space
dark
coffee.
roast?
It's space coffee. And we're apparently all on these rocks that are donut holes or munchkins.
Well, they're not all shaped the same.
Most of them are fairly round.
No. What about the flat ones?
Oh, like Earth?
Yeah.
Well, when you get to the other side and you fall off, say hello to
Hey,
Australia.
look, when I pushed those dinosaurs off, it was a thing.
Those dinosaurs were way bigger than you. How'd you push them off?
It wasn't easy. I essentially
Okay.
lowered them.
What'd you do, dangle a donut?
At the edge, and they'd like go and look, and I'd like tip them, and they'd go.
Have you ever tipped a cow?
No, but I tipped a dinosaur.
I've tried to tip a cow.
Usually, you'd need more than one person to tip a cow.
Yeah, well, I was by myself, so I was a dumbass, obviously. Leaning into the
Okay,
thing.
may I ask a
It
deep
doesn't
question?
move.
Were you sober?
No.
So let's move on, because that answered that question right there.
What was I doing by myself drinking in a field with cows?
No, I don't think we want to hear this story. Yes, Pete.
No.
What?
No, that all I remember is I was trying to tip a cow and it didn't work. I was leaning against the damn thing. I don't know if I was asleep or what.
So you were trying to get into a club and you tipped a cow to try to get an entry?
No.
Did the cow deliver? Oh, the cow was delivering milk, and you tipped it for its service. Trying to tip the cow.
Yes, that was absolutely it. Yes.
Noble man. I like
Good
that.
sir, thanks for moving my car for me.
Oh, that was brutal. Ooh, I think that one cracked a rib. So okay, where were we? So now we're in donut world, and it's eating some planet's eating the donut planet and dunking it into dark matter because it's like dark roast. Gotcha.
We are on the world made of donuts.
We're on a world made of donuts.
Yes, because we're
So
donuts. We're donut people.
Who's running the? So you know all the little ones are munchkins. So who's leading? Krispy Kreme, like Emperor Krispy Kreme?
No, right now
What are we talking about?
on the United Donuts States, it's an orange donut, and over there in the Asian country, it's a yellow donut.
I'm not biting. Literally, I'm not biting.
The India side, I guess it would be a red donut.
Disclaimer: I am not participating in any slandering of any races or cultures. Thank you very much. We're having a good day.
What? What's wrong with donuts? We're trying to solve this, guys. What's wrong with being a donut? Apparently, there's something wrong with being a donut.
Because
you're adding disclaimers.
It's just full of empty, worthless calories and potential.
Whoa,
Once again, let's
whoa.
go back to episode. Let's
Empty
go back
and
to
worthless?
Let's go back to the dessert island. I'ma catch the diabetes from eating too many donuts.
Who said you had to eat a whole bunch of them? One a week is more than enough to keep from staying out of the I gotta jam myself with a needle every day kind of scenario.
Do we need to talk to the Google?
No, the Google's probably listening right now.
I think we need to engage the Google.
Engage Google. Engage the Google.
So how many calories are in your magic donut?
Probably a lot, but the problem
No,
is
answer.
It's not terrible. It's jelly filled.
Give,
I like the ones that are filled with apple and have the cinnamon on the outside. I also like the ones that have the powder on the outside that are filled with either cherry or grape. And I think they're delicious. I'm not too fond of the regular traditional donuts that are round and have munchkins that fell out of their hole. What kind of donut would you like?
Well, for the caloric waste of a donut, I'd rather have me a nice steak.
It costs a lot more than the donut.
Depends on you're talking now or in the future.
You think in the future donuts will be really expensive and steaks will be cheap?
Yes.
Why? You think cows are going to take over and it's going to be like this gigantic overgrown cow population and the cows are like gaining intelligence and then that's why we don't eat the cows anymore and the cows have taken over. There's so many cows. Oh no. But then, wait, people like creamer in their coffee, which means that comes from cows. And
well, no, apparently you can also milk an almond, a cashew.
well, how do you milk an almond?
A rice grain.
Wait a minute. These don't have teats. You can't milk those.
Should we talk to the Google once again?
Yeah, I get it. You can say, well, there's, pine milk or whatever if you want.
It's
not
you
actual
can milk
milk,
an
though.
oat.
Show me. No, don't show me that you found it on the internet. I can show you that some guy was milking a hammer.
I can take you to a store and hand you a carton of milked oat. Yes, sir.
Have you tried it?
No, sir.
Have you tried any of the other non-dairy milks? I know you can milk a goat.
I've not been
Apparently you can milk a
fond
cat.
of the almond.
But those have teeth.
Apparently you can milk a hemp. That's actually not bad.
Again, they don't have teats. How do you get milk out of something that doesn't have a nipple?
Sir, when you go to the store, hold on.
I understand that. It's just a white liquid.
Hold on. So when you go to the store, and there's this thing in a wrapper.
What kind of wrapper? Like iced tea?
No, I was thinking more like
Ice
cube.
something?
Yeah, I was thinking cube.
Okay.
But no, you can actually see through this one, so it's more like vanilla ice. So
yeah, I forgot about him.
So you're in the meat section, right?
The meat and greet section?
Yes. And
Chicken, hams, and beef?
there is something wrapped. How did it get there?
Well, what is it that's wrapped?
Let's say it is a T-bone.
A T-bone steak that's wrapped in a grocery store. How did it get there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe it would come from the man that wrapped it.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the man that wrapped it, the man that placed it in there in the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And before that would be the man that wrapped it. And
Mhm.
before that would be the man that cut the section of T-bone steak off of the big old giant T-bone thing, the butcher. And before that would probably be the guy who did the packaging of it in larger quantities before bringing it to the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Before that would be the guy who was driving the truck that brought it.
Mm-hmm.
Before that would be the guy who loaded it into the truck. Before that would be the guy who placed it on the pallet that got loaded on the truck, loaded on the thing.
I think
that loaded
your
in the
sort
truck.
order is poor. We need to actually revisit this algorithm because your sort order is poor.
What am I doing wrong again? I'm going backwards, so it's hard.
No,
Do
no,
the
you
alphabet
missed-
backwards.
you missed
Try it
the
a few
butcher-
times.
You
It's not easy.
you missed the butchering part because there was two.
No, we
butchers.
haven't
No,
made
no,
it
no.
to
You
that
haven't
yet.
gotten. No, yes, you did. You said the butcher.
No,
But go ahead.
The butcher cuts up a meat at the deli. He doesn't
Okay.
cut the cow yet.
Okay, let's
Haven't made it
keep
to
going. Keep going in your
Before
backwards
that-
journey.
Before that, it goes to
We're rewinding, ladies and gentlemen. We're rewinding.
the cattle processing facility, and before that is going to be an actual cow.
So you're assuming that the meat came from a cow because it's wrapped in the grocery store and it says
Moo.
cow.
Yeah.
So that's a given.
It says beef.
Because it says beef on the label. You didn't see the cow. You didn't meet the cow.
No, if I
So-
did,
so
I'd be a
hold on,
little
hold
bit
on,
more
hold on, hold on.
apprehensive about
So
eating
how
it.
do you know where how do you know that there isn't an oat cow?
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Exactly.
I don't know that there isn't an almond cow.
Precisely.
That's where chocolate milk comes from.
You beat me to it. The chocolate cow.
The chocolate
The
cow.
sainted chocolate cow. So now that we
What
know
about
that
the
there are
strawberry
multiple
milk?
type of that came from a rabbit. That was kind of jacked up. We don't want to go down that
A
road.
jacked up rabbit?
We don't want to go down that road.
A jackrabbit?
We don't want to go down that road.
What was his name?
So,
I'd like to meet him, much like the cow.
so let's
The oat.
let's go back to the let's go back to the cows because we're trying to chase the donut thing. So how do you know that it didn't come from the oat cow or the hemp cow?
Well, I've never seen an oat cow or a hemp cow.
Well, because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, that's true, but X-Files have taught me to trust no one.
I mean, there's still things in the Amazon that we don't even know about.
That's why it's so popular in the grocery store.
The Amazon
No, the things that we don't know about, like, the oat cow and the almond cow,
and the flax cow
whatever cow.
and the soy cow.
Oh, the cow, man.
No, frankly, I don't want one because it's too much work. Because how do you determine what type of cow it is? I mean, there's got to be some sort of complex science behind this.
You're right. There's so many different breeds of dogs and cats.
Yeah, so the
What
oat,
kind of cow is it?
the oat, the hemp. I mean, how do you look at the cow and know the difference between the oat cow, the almond cow, the cashew cow, and the soy cow?
What about the cash cow? I've heard about them.
Oh wait, I want one of those. I'll take that.
I have no idea where they come from, but that one I would have no problem taking care of.
Definitely.
Yeah, I believe it pays for itself.
Yes, I've heard that. Maybe it comes from that same place with that goose that lays the golden egg.
Doesn't Baruga Assault have one of those? Daddy, I want a cash cow. I want it now.
She could
Next to
probably
the
have a
everlasting
cash-
gobstopper and
She could probably have a cash cab. But
oh god. How long was that show popular for? Like 3 minutes?
Cash cab? I loved cash. Forget it.
How many episodes did you watch?
Probably like 15 or 20.
Wow, there is a time in your life where you turn your brain off, isn't there?
Every now and then you need to let it relax.
Let it go.
Exactly. Exactly. And to get them to let it go, you usually say pull and then you shoot it.
That's a clay pigeon.
Donut.
Ooh.
Clay pigeon.
Clay pigeons, carrier pigeons, clay carrier pigeons.
Why would you want to shoot down your message? That would defeat the purpose.
Yeah, it does sound pretty stupid, doesn't it?
Somebody would be sending out an important message, and you'd see it fly by and automatically shoot it out of the air. They'd just kind of ruin it.
Boom!
Sir,
Feathers.
that was
And the letter. It says thanks.
Sir, that was our request for more troops. We're now going to be overrun. Dang! It's a reflex. Yeah, see, no. So no, we are not donuts.
But we still haven't decided what's wrong with being a donut.
So we did the empty calories.
The empty calories are what's wrong with being a donut.
Not good for you. It's like no.
What is this donut made
No
out of?
nutritional density to this.
Remember,
There's
we haven't
caloric
decided.
density.
Calories.
Okay. So let us.
It's not steak.
Now we've gone down that road. So let's create the healthy donut.
The healthy donut. Then it would be good to be a donut. There wouldn't be
It
anything
would
wrong
be
with being a donut.
awesome
It
to
would
be
be the
a
most amazing
donut.
donut.
Yes.
It would probably taste like shit.
Why?
Because everything good for you doesn't taste great. The stuff that's bad for you is what tastes good. Like when you eat a steak, you're like, the meat is okay. But if it has a lot of like marbled fat there, you're like, oh, this is delicious.
So who told you that the fat part was bad for you?
The doctors say that it's calories and cholesterol. And I believe that the fat's good for you. Just don't eat sugar.
Actually, they said
But-
that the fat is good for you.
You gotta remember that there was a time where they said eggs are bad, and then they said eggs are good, and they said eggs are bad, and then eggs are good, and then the Ice Age is gonna be in 10 years. That was like 20 years ago. And then the eggs were bad again, and then they were good, and then they're like, oh, then we're changing the global cooling to the global warming, and we're changing the global warming to global cooling. The eggs are bad. Then the global cooling, the global warming, and then oh no, it's called climate change because we can't make up our mind because we're supposed to know how the weather's supposed to be in 20 years or whatever the hell when we can't tell you what the hell is right tomorrow, or in 10 minutes. So I guess if they live in Texas, they say that changes every 10 minutes. Here in Florida, it changes like how often? What, 3 hours? And then eggs are bad again, and then they say no, it's okay in moderation. Oh, but don't eat the white. You can have the yolk,
No,
and vice versa.
don't eat the yolk.
Don't eat the yolk. You can have the white. Yeah. But the real truth is, eat the whole egg, including the shell. It's fine.
Once again, let's start down the road of the healthy donut.
Yes. Oh, yes. To the way where it's what's wrong with being a donut is no longer what's wrong with it. What's right with it.
Yes. So that's our path. That is
So
now our quest.
we should probably go along the lines of healthy. It's like fruits, vegetables, meats. Not all meats, because the ones that are higher in fat are usually better for you than the ones that don't have as much. Like, that's why rabbit isn't quite as popular, because it doesn't have any fat in it. So we gotta have something that's along the lines of something that tastes good. Personally, what is the best tasting out of those?
Filling?
What about
We're
grapes?
talking about filling? We're talking about a filling for the donut?
No, we'll just go with a traditional donut that has the munchkin punched out.
So you want a grape donut?
We'll start with grape,
Why?
because grapes are delicious, and they're good
Well,
for you.
once again, we're avoiding the delicious part. Let's start with pure good for you.
Grapes.
How are you going to bake this into anything that looks like a donut with grapes?
We haven't made it that far yet. We're just finding ingredients right now.
No, we have to find ingredients that are actually viable. How is a grape viable in this donut right now?
I don't know. Grapes are delicious. Let's hear what you think the good for you donut would be made out of then.
Well, first
Like steak, it's round, done.
we would have to find an alternate flour, probably like a coconut or an almond, so it has a lower
But see,
glycemic index.
what about the people that can't have like tree nuts? Because there's
Okay,
allergies
then
stuff on
coconut.
that. Coconut. Okay, let's go coconut.
Okay, so
All right.
now we're using a coconut flour base for our donut.
Okay, got it. Move on.
Okay, so now we're going to have to, obviously there's going to be some sort of water and binding agents. Butter is your friend, so we can still use butter.
Well, the water can still
We
be
can
out
use
of the coconut as
water,
well.
exactly.
Yes, coconut
So
water.
now we've increased
That
the
is delicious too.
Yes, so
Side note.
we've done nutrient density here, so now we're able to combine this with all those evil egg things, because
Well, it depends on what day of the week, whether
creating
they
a
evil or not.
dough. Fine, so it's a non-evil day of the week. So the egg is now chaotic neutral.
Okay, got
Okay,
it.
the egg is chaotic neutral
Got
right
it.
now. So now we're mixing this batter, and then we're going to bake said thing in the oven.
We're baking chaotic neutral in the oven.
Yes, baked chaotic neutral.
That's a good name for the donut.
Chaotic neutral,
Baked chaotic neutral. Like baked ziti.
but different.
Yeah.
So what are we going to fill this with?
Great.
No.
I'm waiting, enlighten me.
Barbecue pork.
Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. Is it like the slow barbecue? What kind of barbecue? Texas barbecue? Like, are we talking like North Carolina barbecue? Because they're different. Some are like the
You don't want
ketchup based
vinegary,
sort of
no,
sauce.
yeah, yeah,
One
yeah.
is the vinegary one.
You don't want the vinegary.
They're
one.
all really good, but you have to go. This is barbecue. This is barbecue. This is barbecue. You got to be specific on the type of barbecue.
Asian. Did you ever have a pork bun?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, the healthy pork bun donut. So you're getting your good meat. You're getting some fat in there, nutrient density.
This is
You got
beginning to sound
protein.
like a delicious sandwich.
And your point is what?
I don't think it's a donut anymore.
Yes, it is a donut. A donut is a round baked pastry with a filling at this point, right? So if we take the filled donut, so we've created a round baked pastry,
Is it
and
still
we
a
filled
donut
it.
if we took out the sweet filling and we filled it with the savory pork?
Why not? Why does that no longer make it a donut?
I guess it would still be a donut.
Correct. And
All
now
right,
it's good
Duncan,
for
you need to get on this shit. Because seriously, yeah, this sounds amazing.
You've got protein.
Well,
You've got
winning ingredient.
You've got medium chain triglyceride
Okay.
because we're using coconut, so the fat in the coconut's a medium chain triglyceride.
Ooh, the combo can be the drink of BCAAs as well. Yes.
I think we've just created the.
Oh, but if you're already taking your BCAAs, your other option could be
You
the
just pee the rest of them out, big
creatine,
deal.
glutamine.
Oh my God! What a stack!
Yes.
This would be like the best post-workout donut meal ever.
And beta alanine.
Yes.
The fat burning amazingness. Not would donuts ever make you eventually come looking like a donut. You would look like the guy that says, "I'm going to devour the donut."
Yes.
Yes.
This donut will pump you up.
It is no longer do not. It is a do yes. We do yes. Do it. Do it now. Not do not.
I think that your tea has not done its job. Your voice became kind of strange there.
I do not understand. It's strange. So strange.
Drink-
You silly man.
Drink more of your magic tea.
Okay, it's just hot water, lemon, and
But it was
something.
making your voice work really well previously, and it went all wonky there. Now say something.
Hi, I'm Brian Stelter.
Okay, so no good with that. Alrighty then.
There we go. I think it's back to normal.
Oh, much better, much better.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
So
Sounded like a eunuch. The high-pitched one.
So a high unit, like the one that's actually
Like
running
the
the
one that-
Imperial Palace.
Like the one that Tucker Carlson mentioned the other day from CNN.
Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the working all the time thing.
Yeah, I work 12 hours a day too.
So yeah, there's no time for this.
There's no time.
Yeah, it's
There's no time like the present.
usually run home and pass out.
There's no time like the Christmas present. That's not what he said. Who's he? Hi, Tim. My voice can't do that high pitched thing.
You're not
So
gonna do the
weird.
God bless us everyone thing.
No.
You're not.
No. Although he's right, I don't think I can do it.
What is he right about?
I don't know. Was Tiny Tim telling a lie?
I don't know. Did we have lie detectors back then?
No, but we did have some people who were like, "Boy, I'm awfully skeptical of you."
Did we?
Yeah, I assume so. Older gentleman, probably sitting on a rocking chair, has his cowboy hat back just a little
I
bit.
think Tiny Tim predated the cowboy.
I still have a cowboy hat. So what's wrong with now?
Tiny Tim predated the cowboy.
You don't have a cowboy hat?
Tiny Tim predated the cowboy. The Tiny Tim, the Christmas Carol time frame, and the Wild West did not coincide, sir. I'm sorry. My bad.
So you're saying there wasn't horses, there wasn't boots, and there wasn't cowboy hats?
There were horses, there were boots, there were no cowboys at the present, so hence no cowboy hats. No, sir. No. No.
What determines if someone's a cowboy?
Errant loose cannon behavior.
That's not necessarily true. He doesn't have to be like some crazy early 1800s, late 1700s gunslinger.
1970s. Dirty Harry was a cowboy. Yeah, argue that one.
No, I guess I can't.
Yeah. So, see, that's my point.
Well, if you listen to any of the country music stuff, they make it sound like cowboys are a normal thing, like right now. Are you blinking in Morse code again? F U C K.
I'm trying to understand country
O
music. So you
F
mean like the indigenous music played by the Aboriginal people in Australia? Country music?
No, the ones that are on like cable that nobody pays for anymore.
Somebody plays music on a cable? Would that be like circus music?
No,
circus
like back
music.
in the day, we had that cable that plugged into the back of your television, and we went, well, I guess if I want to have,
Wait, there's still
well,
cable
whatever.
plugged into the back of my television.
Yeah, but then you were paying like $120 for it. Like, it's too expensive. We're gonna cancel it. We're getting Netflix. We're getting rid of the cable. We're gonna watch. Okay, there's a Hulu. We're getting the Hulu too, and now there's Amazon Prime, and then you have all the rest of the apps, including Disney Plus, and now you're spending $120 for the exact same thing that you were getting before. But now it's a la carte. You can either watch all of it or watch none of it, and forget that you have Netflix anymore.
But how are you doing that if there's no cable plugging your TV in?
And modern TVs have wireless or spots for you to
So
plug
where
in
does-
your
where does-
computer.
Where does the power come
Or
from?
the
Where
Fire
does-
Stick.
Where does the power come from in your Magic TV that seems to work without being plugged in?
It's supplying the power out of the wall.
Out the wall through a what?
Cable.
Yeah, thank you. I think we've gotten to my
A
point.
power cable.
You
not
said cable.
A data
No, you
cable.
said, you did not specify, sir. Good sir, you did not specify. You
My
said
bad,
cable.
my bad. You're right. If we plug this rattlesnake up into one end and shoved it into the other, we can get electricity to travel from its hind end all the way out its eye socket. We can power the on-here TV. Don't use a rattlesnake, you'll get weird reception.
Perhaps at your house. But here, in the Zona de video recording,
Zona
Jimmy,
Day?
in the
Zona.
land,
Oh.
in
Oh, you're making
Oz.
up words again.
And your point is?
Nothing.
Okay.
I just wanted to know what it means so I can use it too.
In the land of podcasting Oz.
It's where the Munchkins live.
Are we going back to donuts? I thought we were done with the donuts for today.
That's what this whole episode is about. What's wrong with being a donut? Well, we invented the ultimate awesome donut, so the answer is nothing. Nothing is wrong with being a donut.
And you could get like
as long as it's Harry's donut.
20 pack of little pork-filled, laced, medium chain triglyceride post-workout bombs that you pop in. Oh man, all day.
What he's saying is, eat Harry's donut.
I'm not even going down that road.
Nope. And with that, I believe that we're going to end this off today. What episode is it according to your fingers? Is that right? 23? 32? Set height? What do you, 5.
No, it's Omaha. You
Oh.
forgot Omaha.
No.
No.
I'm Saints fan. We don't yell Omaha.
Why not?
Because That's not what he does.
But what's wrong with so Omaha doesn't get any more props?
No, they do from the one quarterback that retired.
No, I've heard some other people use Omaha.
Oh, good for them. That's cool. And thanks for watching, listening. All right. So we need to end this.
Why
All
can't
right.
we have some Nebraska?
We could.
There are other states.
There are 50, sir.
Well, they're not.
So thanks for watching, listening. You can find us on
Altered
Spotify,
states,
Apple
and then,
Podcasts, Google
you know,
Podcasts,
states of being, and then
Anchor.fm if you want to leave us a voice
states
message
of wellness,
because you're too lazy to type one out
there's
on
that
email.
state of confusion.
Not robotsquestions@gmail.com.
Let's see here now. There's that statement.
Anchor.fm/not-robots.
If your breath isn't fresh, you kind of pop a statement in your mouth and freshen your breath with it.
Speaking of mints, popping something in where it doesn't smell good. I heard somebody in the elevator the other day talking about rectal mints. So if you pass gas in an elevator, it doesn't stink. It smells like wintergreen. Good night, everybody. Be like, this would be a good point to. Bing!
Gotcha. I didn't know you could do that. That's kind of cool.
You know.
But you know, people kind of loved the Predator, and he was quite clicky.
I can't do that.
You just.
No, not quite.
Yeah, no. Let's not credit.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode
That's
of
Pete.
Not. That's not gonna work again.
What?
Oh man, that's totally going right, like at the end of it or something.
I don't understand.
So I was on the recording of for the
That's
YouTube clips.
that's Pete.
Yes.
Wasn't I supposed to do that?
Very wrong timing.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, okay.
Not
okay.
that.
Let's do that again. Okay.
All right.
Did we not discuss during the time continuum, time space theory? So I could be on the other side of it.
You still think there's some sort of hole that jumps through a bar to like another country? You're like, boop, I'm here, guys. Hello.
So
It's
did
just
your
hot
magic
water, and
tea help?
I'll be able to tell more when I go in editing on the audio. I'm like,
Alright, so I missed the beginning of
Listen
the
to
team
me.
call.
listen to me. You can hear my breathing.
We need to do something. We need to do something about that because that doesn't sound good.
Come to the dark side.
Well, it's too late.
You are already in the dark side.
Pretty much.
Apparently, I need to go to the dark side.
Is it male, female, or other?
Yeah, she's got balls, but
if they have the Olympics for the males, they have the Olympics for the females. And the females are getting worried because
Wait,
some of the
why
males
would
are
you-
trying to identify as females to win in the female
It's already
competitions.
happened and-
Yeah.
yeah.
Why don't we have a third that's for everyone else? If you don't identify as a male or female, because it's not, we don't really have a whole lot of them compared to those who identify as male or female. Why not have the third, as in the other or everyone can compete kind of thing?
Who's paying for this?
I don't know.
'Cause
Whoever does the Olympics.
cost millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, but if you want to see like Caitlyn Jenner compete in the Olympics again,
And what?
ball tossing, because they already did that once. Shot put. You has to use 2 at a time. Get these out of here. Up in the sand.